So in this video we'll be making this form, we'll write some CSS, we'll do some validation in react.js, and that's all. Yeah, let's get started. First we'll create a new folder called front end, and we'll open this folder in VS Code. We'll open the terminal and type npx create react app full stop and hit enter. Now we'll type npm start and hit enter. So it should be running here, and inside our src we'll delete all the unnecessary files, shift plus delete, and in our index.js we'll remove this and this. In our app.js we'll remove this and this and hit save, right? And app.css will remove everything. We'll open the console, we'll clear the console. So first what we'll do is, first in our src we'll create a new file called login.js. We'll create a functional component const login equals to props, and this will return div which says login, and we'll export this functional component, export login, right? So now in our app.js we'll import the login in, right? Hit save. So our login is here, and inside our login we'll have a form tag, form. This will have two inputs, one for username and one for password. So input type text, id will be username, name will be username, and placeholder will be username or email, and we'll close the input tag, and same for the password as well. So id will be password, name will be password, and type will also be password, placeholder will be password. We'll hit save. We have a username and password input field. We'll also have a button, right? View button, type button will be submit, right? So now we'll make these two inputs as controlled inputs. To make these as controlled inputs we have to have state for them. So we'll create a single state for both the inputs, right? Const form data set form data equals to use state. So initially the state will be like use this username empty string and password empty string. So the state should be in this format. The format is like this username state key should be same as the id of the input, and same for the password. This password key, this property here in this state should be same as the id of the input, right? I'll explain in just a minute. So now to make this a controlled input we have to feed the state back, right? So the value attribute, inside the value attribute we'll set form data dot username, and same for the password as well. Value equals to form data dot password, right? And we hit save, and when we type something, nothing is happening, right? So we have to have an on change function for this, right? So we create on change equals to e, and this on change will be inside both of the inputs. So this on change will also set the form data, right? So set form data will use the callback version of the set state. So using the callback, so this callback will have the previous state of the form data, right? So inside this callback we'll have a helper variable called let helper. So this helper variable will hold the previous state, and now we'll modify the helper variable using the template literals, right? So we can access the object, any object like this, right, using this syntax, but here we'll use the template literals. So the backticks will type e dot target dot id, and we'll set this as e dot target dot value, and we'll return this helper, right? So why are we doing this? It's because we want to place the same on change inside both the inputs, right? That's why we have the id of the input same as the property of the state, right? So yeah, so now we'll place the on change inside both of the inputs. So on change equals to on change, and on change equals to on change. So now our input fields should be working as before. So when we type, it should be working, right? So why do we even do this? To make the form validation, to validate our input fields. So we'll have an on submit handler on submit. So we'll have a function called const on submit handler equals to e, and now this is a arrow function. So we'll place this arrow function inside our on submit. So here so right now when we submit, it reloads, right? To prevent the reload, we do e dot prevent default. So now when we hit submit, it doesn't reload, right? So here we'll do the validation. To validate input fields, we need a error message. So we'll have a state for an error message, right? So const message set message equals to use state. So initially it will be an empty string, right? So here inside our on submit handler, we'll console log the form data. Console dot log form data, comma form data, right? So here we'll have the validation. So the username should at least be 4 characters long. So if form data dot username dot length is smaller than 4, then what we do is we set the message as username or email should at least be 4 characters long, full stop, and then we'll return from this function. Else if form data dot password dot length. So password should at least be 8 characters long, right? So 8. So form dot password dot length is smaller than 8. If it is smaller than 8, then we set message as password should at least be 8 characters long, full stop. And we also return from this function, right? So right now our validation should be working, but let's just set the message in our HTML, I mean JSX. So we'll set the HTML in our JSX. So message, right? So now our validation should be working, right? So when we try to we clear the console, and when we try to hit submit, so the message say username or email should be at least 4 characters long. So we type 4 characters, and when we try to submit again, password should at least be 8 characters long. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And now when we submit, only then the form data is logged. So our basic validation is complete now. So now we'll style our login form. First we'll create a new folder, a new file called login.module.css. We'll import the styles here. Import styles from /login.module.css. First we'll give all the elements the class name, then we'll style it. So this will have a class name of styles dot main, and form will have a class name of styles dot form, and we'll also have a user image icon, right? So div class name of styles user image. This will have 2 empty divs. So div with the class name of one is a head and other is the body, right? Styles dot head and styles dot body, right? We'll save this, and we'll also have a heading for our login form. So a p tag which says login. So this login here, right? So this will have a class name of styles dot heading. Hit save. So we'll place all our inputs, right? Button is also an input, so we'll place all our inputs inside a div with the class name of styles dot inputs div, right? We'll paste our inputs here. We also need to have a div for our message, right? We also need to style our message. So div, we'll paste the message here. This will have a class name of styles dot error message div, right? And we also need a navigation for a new user, like if a user is new user, we want him to navigate to the sign up page, right? So we'll write right above the closing tag of form, we'll have a p tag with the class name of styles p link. We'll close this. So this will have a question, like a question, are you a new user? So So this is a question. This will also have a span tag with the class name of styles link, right? So this link will say like sign up. So for now we are just using the span tag. Later in the course we'll use a link from React router DOM, right? So this looks like this. We'll style this link as well. So in our module login module, we'll style the main. So the parent div of all the elements. So main will be, first we'll center this. So display flex, let's save, justify content, center, we'll hit save. So height will be 700 pixel, hit save, and align items will be center. So this will vertically align. So when we set our height, this will vertically align the items, right? And we'll also style the input divs. So input divs, sorry, inputs div. So this will also be display flex, hit save, flex direction column, hit save, and gap will be 1.2 rem, right? So right now this looks very terrible, so it's okay for now, but we'll style our error message div. We'll give the font size of 13 pixel, and color will be RGBA 255 tab 109 tab 72 tab 0.938. Save. Okay, so the color looks like this, right? Right now it doesn't look good. When we click submit button, we'll fix it. So we'll style the form itself. Form width will be 400 pixel, hit save, display flex again, flex direction is column again, padding will be like 50 pixel, padding 50 pixel, and padding bottom and top will be, padding bottom is 30 pixel, and padding top will be 30 pixel as well, right? So first we'll give the box shadow, then we'll give the border radius. So box shadow is 0 pixel, 10 pixel, 30 pixel, 10 pixel, RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.07. Hit save. So this will have a slight shadow. So now we'll give the border radius of 10 pixel. So this is a very good border radius, right? What else do we have? If you comment this, it is big. So now we'll style the input of our form. So first form, we'll style the focus of our input focus, focus, border bottom is solid 1 pixel, RGB 80, 80, 80. Hit save. So when we focus it, it changes, but because of the outline we are not able to see anything. We'll fix that in just a minute. So form will style the button. Okay, so button will have a padding top of 0.7 rem, padding bottom of 0.7 rem, uh, outline will be none, and border radius will be 6 pixel, border will be none. Hit save. So our submit looks like this. Margin top will be 0.5 rem, cursor pointer font size will be font size will be 16 pixel. Okay, form button hover, transition will be 0.2 seconds, and background color will be RGB 226 comma 226 comma 226. Hit save. Okay, so we have a slight hover effect. So now we'll style the heading. Heading will have margin top of 1.5 rem, right, and font size will be 22 pixel. Okay, so that it looks big. Margin bottom bottom will be 1.5 rem as well. Okay, what else do we have? We have to style the links, this link, right? So p hyphen link is will have a margin left of auto, so we want this right side, that's why we doing this. And margin top of 2 rem, right, and font font si- font size will be 14 pixel, so that it looks a little smaller. And now we'll style the sign up. So we want this to feel as a link, right? So we'll make this a link, we'll give this a hover effect. Okay, so we'll do the text decoration as underline. So when we hover it feels like a, what's that, a link. So cursor point cursor pointer, so it looks like a link, it feels like a link now, right? So now we have to design the user image icon, right? So we'll style the user image now. User image. So first we'll give the background color will be hashtag F0F0F0, right? It's a gray color, so we are not able to see anything because it doesn't have any height or width. So we'll give this a height of 120 pixel and width of 120 pixel as well, right? So this is a square now, and we'll align this center. So align self center, now it's center. And now we'll design the head. Okay, head will have the height of 40 pixel and width of 40 pixel, and background color will be hashtag CFCF. Hit save. we need to align this as center. Okay, so border radius will be 50%. So our head is very small, so this needs to be in the center, right? So what we'll do is justify content center. Doesn't work. Oh, I think we need to set this display flex. Okay, fine. What else do we have? Now we'll style the body. So body will have a margin bottom of -35 pixel, height of 70 pixel, width of 70 pixel. Background color will be CF, and border radius will be 30%. Hit save. Okay, we need to make this box come below this. So here what we'll do here is, after display flex, we'll to give this a flex direction of column, right? And align items to center, right? And we don't want this part to be visible, right? So what we'll do is overflow hidden. Okay, fine. We'll also give this a border radius of 100%. Save. Okay, so our user image icon looks good, I think. And we also need to style the inputs. So now we'll style the form input, right? Form input. So border will be none. So hit save. Now when we focus, okay, it looks terrible. Border is none. Border bottom is solid 1 pixel. RGB 156, 156, 156. Hit save. So we have this nice underline, and outline should be none, bro, right? When we click this, we don't want the ugly outline. And we'll give this a padding bottom of 0.25 rem and hit save. And this looks very small, right? So we'll give the font size of 16 pixel, right? That it's a little bigger. So the username should at least be 4 characters long, and the password should at least be 8 characters long. And even when the password is 8 characters long, the error message is shown. So we want to clear the validation, right? So set message to empty string when the form is valid. Okay, and we also need to have the log sign up page, right? Now we'll create our sign up page. So first we'll create a new file called signup.js. So we'll copy all of this code here and paste it here. We'll rename the component name, the heading and the export as sign up. Hit save. And we'll also change this as an existing user. Then if you are an existing user, then login, right? And in our app.js, instead of login, we'll use the sign up, right? So it says sign up here. Okay, so everything is changed. And in our sign up form, we'll have 3 more input fields, right? Okay, so this 1 2 3, right? So first input field will be mm, first one will be full name, and the value prop should also have the full name. Second input field will be uh, email email full name, email. Third input field should be username, I guess. Yeah, d username. Okay, username. Fourth is the password, and fifth one should be the confirm password. C password, right? Type will be password, id will be c password, name will be c password, placeholder will be confirm password, right? And in our state we'll also add the properties. So the properties are full name, then empty string, email is an empty string, username we already have it, password we already have, and c password is an empty string. And don't forget that this c password should be similar to the id of the input, right? This c password. Okay, okay. Only then our on change will work. So when we type here, it should change everything should be working fine, right? So we'll also add the validation for our new inputs, right? So first we'll check if the normal password is same as confirm password, right? So if form data dot c password, if it is not equal to form data dot password, then what we'll do is we'll set message as passwords do not match, full stop, right? And then we return from this function, return. And we also need to validate the other inputs. We don't want them to be submitted as empty. All the input fields are required, right? So what we'll do here is we'll add an else if form data dot full name dot trim dot length, if it is equal to 0, or okay, wait a second, or we'll just copy paste this. Oh, we'll just copy paste this, copy paste 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 paste. Form data email, form data full name, form data email, form data username, form data password, form data c password. If any of this condition is true, what we'll do is we'll set the message as all fields are required, full stop, and we'll return from this function, right? Okay, we'll add another validation, else if so the username should also, so we'll just merge this with this, right? Delete. So the username should be at least 4 characters long. What else do we have? Okay, username, password. We'll also add the validation for full name, right? Else if okay. So for the full name, the full name should at least be three characters long, right? So form data dot full name dot length. If it is smaller than 3, we do a set message as full name should at least be 3 characters long, full stop, and then we'll return from this function, right? So our validation is complete here, I guess. We'll open the console. We'll reload. No errors are showing. So all fields are required, right? Okay. Okay, we include the @ symbol. Okay, fine. Passwords do not match. Okay, fine. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Submit. Password should be 8 characters long. Okay, 6 7 8 7 8. Okay, only then, if all the validation is successful, only then our form is submitted. So this password is same as this password. Everything is valid now. Okay, fine. So for now we don't this doesn't work. In the upcoming videos I will use routing to navigate between login and sign up page. We'll continue this playlist on the next video. So we are building a mini full stack application, so stay tuned for the next video.